Sir, I'm going to ask another question. Could you share with us how the pandemic affected the functioning of the company? Walk us through the timeline of how the company coped up with the complications and obstacles because of COVID-19.
You see, obviously, pandemic affected everybody. I mean, I don't have to tell you that. I mean, you guys probably must have done a lot. But I think we did. If you ask my personal opinion, I think we did very well. We coped it up with the very well. First of all, we our company took first step was caring for people. How can we support people? How do we help them? How do we ensure their isolation? How do we ensure safety? How do we do the all possible precautions which are necessary for for a safe environment, safe working, safety of people, health and well-being of people. So we took many steps. In fact, uh, at the I don't want to talk about cost because obviously at very extensive investments, but tremendous amount of work was done by our teams all across our plants and all locations, ensuring their the what do you call this vaccination, not only for them, for their family, ensuring support to them, getting the vaccinations organized, um, sanitization of locations, sanitization of plants or vehicle or transporters or transportation. So we also developed, our own JK control. Can you show me that bottle? JK Tyre Total Control Sanitizer, which we, can you see this?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I can see that.
So this we developed. This is a result of pandemic.
in the middle of the pandemic.
Yeah. So this was developed by our plant and our R&D team together, and we developed it on a commercial scale, literally on them. But of course, we gave it to our people and to our all our locations, and also we gave it to our distribution channel, to dealers, to so many wherever anybody need. That time, you remember, sanitizer was a big problem. It was not available, so we made it available to people, and so and I mean, then besides that, I'm also happy to tell you that I think the impact on people was very less. If I think hand the count people, if we lost some people in this pandemic, very few, but but still impact was very less on the health and safety. We could manage it very well. We helped people. If somebody was ill, we helped them to arrange the hospitals. We had 24 by 7 activity, and there were teams, there were warriors created all over the places to support people in any kind of emergency. Then our organization came up with the concept of support in case of any such happening, in case of a some untoward happening of an employee. Then the insurance of their children, education of the children, to a certain age, I think up to 21 years, the money was the fund was fixed. So a lot of schemes have been you can read it on
No, I think I did a story on JK Tyre and the steps that he had taken as initiatives. Then I was working with Overdrive. So yes, I remember.
and so we did. So that's still valid, and this was a very big relief for the people. Of course, God be with us, and God willing, and God was kind that we were lucky not to have any major impact. And you'll be very happy to note that most of our plants, there was so much of awareness, so much of social distancing, so much of sanitization, so mask, hand washing, I mean, impact was that way felt very less. And then whenever it was possible to operate the plants, we operated with less number of people. with the, so we managed it very systematic. We had very strong reviews at our corporate level and at plant level on daily basis. We used to review every day. The whole management used to review every location, every plant, what's happening, what help you need, etc., etc. Are you take? So it was a constant, I would say, and it's a good learning. If you ask my personal opinion, it has also given us a lot of learning how to do business without being physically there, how to interact with people. Look at this today; it's almost sitting across the table. I mean, before pandemic, I don't think we ever would do that.
No,
We
we would
would
not
have
have.
this call,
I would have come to you and sat with
or
you.
we will do at best a conference call,
Yes,
a
of
phone
course.
call. So it's not that fun. I can now see your face. You can see my face. You can see reactions. So this technology or digitalization, I would call it, has taken a different level in our company also, and a very big change.
Vijay sir,
So
as we were speaking about, this was the impact of how COVID was to the employees and the team of JK Tyre. I'm asking about how it impacted you also on the forefront of the product lines. Like, did you incur losses, and how did the product was affected?
see, obviously, in the initial months, when the plants were shut, the business was shut, the whole country was shut, and so our business obviously was affected. And I think few quarters we had very major impact on our business. There's no doubt about it. But then we also tried our best, our team, and this is also a result of so much of teamwork, so much of cross-functional activity, so much of commitment, that whenever we could do some business, our people did that. They found timing, they found the right timing to work, when was open, when it was shut. So it was very well, as they say, orchestrated to minimize the impact of pandemic on, but impact was there. There's no
There
denying.
was no escaping that, not for any company for that matter, of course.
Yeah.
I'm going to move on to another question, sir. Manufacturing efficiencies at the shop floor level added in this period. Like you said, that the company took an initiative to probably partner up with other enterprises or servicing portals because of the digitization. So I wanted to ask you that what were the initiatives taken by the company in this period at the shop floor level?
See, shop floor level, first of all, as I said, safety. That's number one. Number two, the awareness, the awareness level that, or to that extent, data capturing, to that extent, data analysis. That, in any case, I will go a little bit away from this pandemic. As an organization, we have been very conscious of our efficiencies and our process or manufacturing operation controls. So whichever area, we can very proudly tell you that even before pandemic, there were areas of energy. For example, there we are one of the benchmark. On sustainability, we are one of the benchmark. We are the only company, first company in the country, to a tire company, I mean, to have started sustainability report, which is approved, which is by, as they say, what do you call this, certified report by BSI. So that we had started. We are lowest as far as water consumption is concerned. This, as a company, as a tire manufacturing plants, one of our plant is probably the world's benchmark. It's crazy the kind of level we have. And if you see that, and we are saying from the published data of all the companies worldwide. Renewable energy, we are one of the largest. We are almost touching about 56% energy consumed by us is renewable today. So uh, process waste, process scrap, or consistency of quality, training, automation levels. So all that has even taken a bigger impetus, I would put it this way, during that period. But this kind of a journey cannot happen, cannot start suddenly. This
Of
journey
course.
has to be there as part of the system. What happens is it may take a little faster speed for some of this. So some automation, some data analysis, some what do you call IoT concepts and approaches. Those got implemented faster than we would have otherwise done, but they were already initiated, most of them. But I would put it this way: that teams have responded very well, and our plants are doing exceedingly well in terms of efficiency uses, in terms of I would say scraps and waste, energy, or productivity, or whichever parameter you want to measure.
Of course, sir. Just like tires, there is rolling resistance here as well. There's a
Yeah.
starting trouble. Of course, I understand. My next question would be, um, since digitization is the norm, how much digitization has been integrated into the JK Tire work system? Not just when it comes to the manufacturing, but also reaching out to the customers or your manufacturers.
Very, very extensively, very extensively. In fact, uh, I would say since last 1.5, 2 years, it has gone even far more, as you can imagine. So today, for example, probably we are the only company, we are today having a digitization, through the digitization route, replacement activity or claim of a defective tire or a guaranteed tire. Suppose I guarantee you that any tire damage happens to your tire, I will replace. Don't worry, you fit my tire. Now, in a normal circumstances, the process takes is you go to a dealer will take the tire and he'll send it to depot, or he'll keep the tire, inform the company service engineer will come, check the tire, and he'll say, okay, yeah, this tire is adjustable. So you send the tire to the depot, then the billing will be done.
So it's an ordeal.
So it's a time, and we used to always struggle to minimize this time. That means inspection time and the billing and
Replacement or
how
repairing.
can we? So we were trying to bring it down to lower and lower, and I think we came down to 3 to 4 days at one time. Mr. Somesh, you must understand today. Now, as we speak, if suppose you have a problem in your tire, it's a bike tire or a car tire, anything, you can get a replacement of a tire in as fast as 10 minutes. And I mean it. Huh? How? It's a digitization route. What we did is we created a virtual, of course, it's an actual tire which is photographed. So we have a complete this digitization. What do you call it? This machine learning. Machine learning concept. So we have created a complete know-how where there are thousands and thousands and thousands of photographs or data bank has been created, that what kind of a failure happens. So now what happens is when you go as a customer to my dealer, he just takes a photograph of that tire through his mobile phone, puts the number, puts your name, puts this thing, and sends it to my control, my app. The app goes through it, and he has got millions of reference data, which is immediately scanned because of technology. And it says, yes, this is good to go, replace. So he gets a message back, yes, agreed, replace. So within 5 minutes, sitting there, having a cup of tea, you have a tire replaced in your hand. That is the power of digitization. And we have introduced that, implemented. It is running today, and we have taken it up to all product categories other than the large commercial vehicle, because that's a bit more complicated product. But up to, other than that, most of the products today are being, it's a, and you have to listen to people, to the surprise they get when in 5 minutes he knows, oh, my tire is replaced. It's, yeah, it's company has agreed, accepted, and here is your tire. So, and we have videos and photographs and, feedbacks, and, it's,
To
so what
substantiate the same.
yeah. And so what I'm saying is that, like this is one such example, but there are many areas where we are trying to do a tremendous amount of, fundamentally from a customer support point of view, customer satisfaction point of view, and, giving better and better and better service, but faster, and also more accurate, and
Oh,
less dependent upon human beings. So, no whims and fancies. You don't like my face and you say, sorry, buddy, I can't help you. So nothing of that sort.
of course, of course.
So a lot of such
Considering
work is happening. Yeah.
considering how the pandemic has actually nudged and prodded us into bringing digitization into our lives actually sooner than it was supposed to be, do you see it as an advantage for the company when it comes to sales, when it comes to repairing, when it comes to warranty, doing all of this?
Did
Do
we
you
see as?
do you see it as an advantage, the
Of course,
digitization?
it is an advantage. If you think like this, no, you are a customer. You go today. If you are used to, I'm sure if you have been using a car or whatever vehicle you use, you've faced, suppose, a problem where you've gone, and I mean, I remember getting letters, sir, I bought a tire, and, I went and this happened and it failed. Maybe failed because of his fault, but now tire is delivered. The dealer says, sir, I've called this service engineer, he'll come in 3 days time. Sir, I'm very unhappy. This, that. So this kind of stories continuously would come. So you can I mean, I can't tell you the satisfaction which we are getting by doing these kind of activities, and continuously evolving, developing newer things,
Ha-
and solving newer problems. I mean, I would put it.
have you witnessed a significant impact in the numbers itself because of digitization? Like
Yes,
you
yes,
have, you have.
yes, yes.
All right. I'm going to move on. So my next question is, apart from the above mentioned technologies that we have already spoken about, what is the future of JK Tires?
Future object in what sense? That's
What
a
are
very loaded question.
I was planning on this. So when I say future of JK Tires, I mean is what are the other kinds of sector that you will be foraying into apart from commercial vehicles, apart from EVs and all those technologies that we have already
We are
spoken about?
already, as you know, between India and Mexico, we have operations, and we are already producing entire range of products, from a small 2 kg, 2.5 kg, 3-wheeler tire, to a largest tire which is 3,700 kg, so 3.7 tons. So we are already in that entire range. So we are not participating in two sectors. That is, one is cycle tires, which we don't manufacture. Another is aircraft tires. So we are already into this. We are continuously growing our capacities and capabilities in whichever categories we want, like particularly radials, and or some other categories. So at this point of time, I would say our focus is on growing this business, expanding this business as per the need. We are also exporting to almost 100 countries today. Our products are very, very well accepted, touch wood, and we are doing very well. Uh, in fact, to some extent, we are trying to debottleneck our plants to put more product out, so that we can do more this one. So uh, at this point of time, we will be focusing more on the current business and expanding this business, not this one. And you are most welcome to ask the question to our chairman whenever you have the opportunity. But at least from my side, our consolidation plans are very strong, and we are also extensively pursuing the treel technology or treel business, which is sensor business, which is a smart technology, smart tire technology. So these are two verticals where we will be consolidating and enhancing our participation.
Sir, if you could share what the production linked incentive scheme PLI means for JK Tyre, considering the set amount and sanctioned amount of rupees 26,058
I can't
crore.
comment on that, Sumit, because I don't think PLI is still applicable on Tyre to the best of my understanding, but I think it is not. And if I wish it was, and I think there is some probably discussions is happening on this front, but I don't have full details on this at this point of time.
Okay. Also, what does the scrappage policy mean for JK Tyre, considering?
Scrappage policy will help the industry at large,
Okay.
I would say, because, and you must have read many articles on this by most of our chairman, our MD also has stated, and some other people, because scrappage policy is what? Scrappage policy is leading to removal of some of the very old vehicles, which are more pollutant, maybe, which are consuming more fuel.
They are run through. They have run through their life cycle.
They run through the safety point of view. So I would say to that extent, it is going to be, it is better from the environmental perspective, first of all, because you have better quality of vehicle on the road once the older vehicles are moved. Secondly, it will definitely boost OEM, I would say, particularly the commercial segment, because that's where the probably older generation of vehicle is much more. So to that extent, there is going to be definite benefit. And if CV or any other category of vehicle manufacturing goes up, so any ancillary manufacturer, including tire manufacturer, it is beneficial. I would say definitely it's a positive step towards overall, I would say, well-being of automobile industry.
Sir, if you could, this is my last question. I think I'm done with my questions.
I have another meeting. Yeah. Go ahead, no problem.
If you could walk us through the timeline of technology roadmap for JK Tyre for the next probably.
See, first of all, I have to tell you that JK Tyre invests tremendous amount of money, effort, and time in technology. We have, and you have to visit, and that's why I was requesting you. You have to visit our global technology center, which is in Mysore, which is called Raghupati Center of Excellence. So it is the Raghupati Singhania Center of Excellence. So it is a true center of excellence. We've almost 200 plus people, or maybe more than 250 or so people, all scientists and engineers. We have one of some of the best facilities in technology or in validation, in technology development, material development, and we are expanding further. We have already plans to invest about 100 plus crores in our R&D center within the next span of 1.5 year. So the fundamental point is that technology is our forte, technology is our strength, and technology is one area where we want to continuously invest. So that is point number one. Point number two is capability development in terms of, you can develop best of products, you can develop best of material and sense, unless you have best of process technology, best of manufacturing technology. So therefore, we continuously are investing also into more and more automation, better and better technology in the processes. Thirdly, people development. So particularly from a technology standpoint, we are extensively training our people, giving them a lot of knowledge and development, so that future readiness in terms of like whether you asked a very right question about EV technology. Now it's a continuously evolving technology. It's not something which has come to, so it will require a lot of focus. Rolling resistance is one of the very significant factor. There was a time when we used to run our tires with a 12 kg force of rolling resistance. Today, the same tire is required at 7. So, which is something like 50% or 45% reduction in rolling resistance without compromising your life or durability of the product. So, this is again a result of technology. So similarly, on any front, if you see, our endeavor is to continuously develop newer products, meet newer performances, anticipate newer requirements, be ready for that, have dedicated teams working on newer technologies and newer, future, I would say future ready technology, and we are continuously working on that. And we have a perfectly well established roadmap, at least for next 5 years, and that's the way we work. So next year again we'll make another roadmap for next 5 years. So there's always a plan and always a action along with the plan.
Working in tandem with each other, of course.
Yeah.
Vijay sir, thank you so much for doing this. And I
Did
had
not
such a
expect- I did not expect you to be, when I thought maybe 15, 20 minutes. But
I am so
nevertheless,
sorry. No, I had such
no,
a
no,
nice
no,
conversation
no.
with you.
It was enjoyable. I mean, you are a very intelligent man, and you have set your questions very well. And thankfully, since I'm very old in this business, and I'm very this one, so I was able to probably satisfy your.
No, sir.
your
I am actually looking forward to the probably visiting the test center and meeting you in
Sure.
person as well. And thank you so
Absolutely.
much for sharing your valuable time with us. And hopefully, I'll meet you soon, sir.
It's a pleasure. See you soon. Yeah.
Bye, Vijay sir. Take